No,
tears.
we were talking earlier about the 5 worst decisions people make financially, and so I want you to walk us through.
Yeah, okay. I brought
decisions.
along a slide. The five worst financial decisions is buying an unaffordable house, and we spoke about what affordable is. But the essence of this is buying a house with a low or no down payment, buying a house focusing just on the interest rates. Do you know if you bought a house and you got a mortgage for $100,000, 6% for 25 years, you pay $100,000 in interest.
Oh, wow.
People don't think about those. So that's the first one. The second one on the slide is you're taking a home equity loan. Actually, that is so bad. Do you understand what a home equity loan is?
That's borrowing from your future, right?
That is taking your house and you're putting a mortgage on it to buy some consumer item. So a dishwasher. And then you're paying for this over 25, 30. In fact, in Canada now, we have gone up to 30, and we used to be at 40-year mortgages. So you're paying for this thing, and then you'll buy another one and put it on the house. It is so bad. It really is bad.
Now
Sinking ship.
That's everywhere right now, though, because you see the commercials for senior citizens. They say
people are living longer now.
So buy something against the equity you have in your home. Take a loan out against your equity. So you're saying don't do that.
That's bad. That's
bad.
That's bad.
That is so bad.
That is so bad. What I'm saying is we can and we should live within our means. We can and we should live within our means. Okay, the next point we want to look at is buying a car on credit with no plan to buy the next car for cash. Ideally, you should always buy a car for cash. Why? Because a car is a depreciating asset.
Yeah.
You drive it out and it just depreciates.
So you don't lease a car, you would buy a car.
If you have a business, in general, if you're going to, leasing is a form of buying. So if you lease to buy, that's the same as buying. But if you lease to just turn it in, it's the worst. I think it's chapter 11 or so in this book. I give you some examples. It's really a bad idea to lease and turn in. So you want to buy the car ideally for cash, but you want to save to do that. And if you have a car now, in my book I speak about something called a capital fund. But let's go to the next one. You want to not paying your credit card balances fully every month is really, really bad. In fact, my credit card is a check. The bank, I have an arrangement with the bank whereby every month, automatically, the bank takes the full bill and pays it automatically.
They can do that?
I asked them to do it. I begged them to do it. Actually, it took me 2 years to convince them to do it.
So you still get the benefit of what the credit card companies offer you if you use their card, but you pay off the balance every month.
Automatically. So it's impossible for me not to repay it in full.
No.
So when I'm making a decision, I have to think that the money is there. And I'm saying people can do this, and we should do that. So if we look at the other one, borrowing to buy retirement savings. That is such, you know why that is so bad? First of all, many people shouldn't be, what I teach is don't buy retirement savings until you've paid off all your debt, except in a situation where your employer is matching your contribution. So if you borrow to buy it, if you borrow 100 and you get a tax deduction of 40, where are you going to get the 60 for the others? And you don't think about it. So next year it's 60. The following year it's another 60, and so on. So that's a really bad. If we have a couple of minutes, could we run through quickly the best?
Yeah, let's.
The best
I need
is
some
best.
good
The
news.
good.
We have to end on an up note here.
We want to accept God's ownership of everything and understand the best debt is no debt. We should maximize. There are two things that was done recently. The tax-free savings account, well, just one. Tax-free savings account where you can save to buy a car, where you can save to buy consumer stuff, and also your children's education. Save for a good down payment, and also start your RRSP, your retirement, after you've paid all debt.
Even your mortgage.
Even your mortgage, yes.
Wow.
You see, what you need to understand is when you're paying off your mortgage, that's like an investment, because that's a cost that goes. Also understand that when we pay our mortgage, we're paying our mortgage from before tax funds. So it's critical that we earn money, pay taxes, and then we pay the mortgage.
So Michael, though, I mean, as I'm sitting here, I'm like a little stunned because
Melinda,
it goes counter
I've never
to.
seen you so quiet.
It's like, well, it just goes counter to. Listen, many women and men, we just live in this culture where it's like we buy, we don't think about things, we get into further debt, we want to be like happy and fulfilled with stuff. And what you're saying is at the core of, I mean, I think you hit about the me-centered faith or Christianity, me-centered life. That we have to start like getting beyond that and past that and saying, okay, Jesus, really, what are you asking
What
for
can
us?
I
What
afford?
can I afford? What can I sacrifice? And who can I help? Because the money isn't about me. It's about, if God gives you that kind of money, he's most likely saying you need to give it away.
That should be our purpose. One
Right.
thing, I said that's before tax, we spend after tax, so it's more expensive. I think everybody should be living this way and letting God distribute everything.
Michael-
I just got to frame this, page 291. Patience is the companion of wisdom.
I wrote that
Is
one
that
down
a
too.
scripture or is that you, Michael?
No. That's
Where'd
Saint
you get that?
That's Saint Augustine.
Love it.
That's
we
Saint
go.
Augustine.
Yeah.
That's Saint Augustine.
And your book is filled with good, practical, helpful points, hints. The new Managing God's Money, the basics, is really a treasure trove of how we can get back on track with our finances individually. Maybe we should send a copy of this book to the
government.
Yeah. Yes, please.